Hi, I'm Deric Lipski. Welcome back to another episode of What Buyers Need to Know in Today's Market. We're going to be meeting with a mortgage broker from our office today, Al Zuckerman. Got a couple questions for you to ask him that I wrote down. I want to ask Al and go over. Al, I guess one of the questions that I get from a lot of buyers in this market are, what should they be aware of when it comes to credit?
Credit right now is the most important thing out there. When it comes to being aware of your credit, the bottom line is you know how you pay your bills, you know what things are like, but there are sometimes surprises on credit reports. So it's extremely important before you're out there looking at homes and ready to put an offer in, talk to your mortgage lender or your mortgage company or your bank, find out what your credit looks like, have them review it and analyze it and talk to you about it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, let me ask you more. So if you're going to have it analyzed, obviously they're going to call you. What is something they should have ready when they do call you?
Well, after I talk to my client and I pull their credit report for them, my next step is having another conversation, reviewing that credit report, letting them know what it's like, but things that they should have with them to talk about, a couple of pay stubs, a bank statement, a W-2, so I can get an idea of what kind of assets you have and what kind of income you have.
1099, obviously.
Well, if they're self-employed, a 1099.
Okay, and then they can have the stuff ready to scan and just email to you, make it a little bit easier.
Absolutely. With my lenders, with today's technology, you can either come into the office and sit down, you can email, fax, scan, whatever's easier.
Okay, good. And what shouldn't they be afraid to tell you? This is a question I get all the time from people who say, Deric, I'm going to talk to this guy, should I tell him this or should I not tell him this? I mean, what's the policy with that, Al? What do you think?
The bottom line is we're in a mortgage market that's very conservative. 5-6 years ago, you had your no-doc programs and all these crazy programs that got us into difficulty. Banks are very conservative. As a loan originator, my job is to do the best I can to get my client into a loan. I can't do that unless you're upfront and honest with me. So, be honest, give me the answers, give me what we're looking for, and I'll tell you if we can't use something, we don't, but be upfront and honest.
Right, you're building the case for them.
Absolutely.
So they want to talk about the child support if they have it, if they're getting any kind of monies they owed, or
whatever income or debt they have.
Right. Don't be afraid to tell you.
Absolutely.
All right, because you're building the case for them.
My job is to build a case to get them into a house and then get the financing for them.
All right, so Al works here at Prospect Mortgage. If you have any questions at all, Al's always free. I'm going to put his business card up at the end of this thing with his phone number. Call anytime if you can't get a hold of Al. Ask me, drop us an email. We'll answer any questions we can. It was nice talking to you. See you again.